welcome to Vlogmas Day 11. I am actually heading out the door to meet up with Remy for some brunch, and we're going to go to the trading post to hopefully find some unique Christmas presents. Or I'm also always on the hunt for things for my apartment now that I moved. So I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for that, and maybe some cute like wintry outfits. I don't know. We have a important dinner coming up, so I do want to get something cute for that.
Someone wanted to be carried.
The diva wanted to be carried.
Truly.
I know a certain someone likes horror, so I think I'm gonna get this shirt. I can't believe how many jackets they have at the trading post. Miss Remy shopping spree.
I thought it said wifey.
Now back at Remy's house, and we are getting ready to watch the season finale of White Lotus. I am so excited. I have no idea who is going to die in the season finale. I feel like this show has been leading up to some type of twist, but look how beautiful the sunset is. Let's go outside. Actually, Cal is coming in a few hours, and I want to watch White Lotus now, so we are leaving immediately.
Love you.
Love you. It is now dinner time. I ordered myself an Erewhon smoothie. It is so addictive, and I know this is a treat. Erewhon is very expensive, so I like to treat myself. I've been working very hard. I wanted to treat myself to a nice dinner. And then for food, I got a little plate, and this is some Korean short rib and some mac and cheese and famous buffalo cauliflower, which is literally my favorite ever. So this isn't a mukbang, but I have a story to tell you guys because I feel like you guys love when I tell you tea or story. So I'm gonna put this down for a second and tell you guys this insane story. As you guys know, I've lived in LA for, I don't even know how many years now. It's been so long. I always see on TikTok, people are like, Los Angeles is so dark. It is demented, the dark side of LA. And I'm here to tell you, it's true, especially in the influencer world of things. I've had so many strange and bizarre influencer encounters. I could write a tell-all book, honestly, and I just keep getting reminded of like all these insane stories I have, so I wanted to share one with you guys as a little Vlogmas special. I remember about 5 years ago, I was in this friend group of like 7 or 8 people, and they were honestly a menace to society. They were all creators, and they were all super mean. There was only 2 of them that were really nice and wholesome, and they were the ones that I personally was the closest with. The rest of them were kind of mean girls. And what was interesting is, so during this period of time I was friends with them, Instagram was really hot. Everyone was obsessed with Instagram. It was really easy to grow. There was this thing called themes on Instagram where people would make their theme match a certain color. If they really liked red, every photo was red. Every photo was white. It was super clean. Everyone had an aesthetic. And these creators were so annoyed that I refused to post on Instagram. A lot of them threatened to not be my friend anymore simply because I was not posting on Instagram. But I was like, if you're my real friend, you wouldn't care if I post on Instagram or not. And it kind of made me want to not post even more just to see who my real friends were. And literally some of them even unfollowed me and still don't talk to me to this day because at that moment of my life, I didn't post a lot on Instagram. Very bizarre. And at that time, I was just a normal college student, just living life, trying to get by just like everyone else. I'll never forget, there was one person in a group that had a huge Instagram following, and she kind of was a sociopath. She thought it was so fun to find someone with like a cool aesthetic and kind of become their best friend and blow them up on Instagram and kind of see what happens and see if they like combust. And I remember I thought it was the strangest thing. It was like clockwork. Every month she would have a new best friend, blow them up on Instagram, and never speak to them again. It was is honestly beyond strange. So this goes into my story. So this girl blew up her friend Layla. That's her fake name. Her name was not Layla. And Layla was honestly so sweet. She started hanging out with our friend group. I believe at this point we've met her about 3 times. So she came to a house party. All of us were there, and there was about 5 of us sitting on the couch, and a few people were in the kitchen. So Layla comes over and is just like, "Hi guys." One of the insane influencers goes, "Hi, what's your name again?" And then literally Layla's like, "Oh, I'm Layla. Like, we've met at this party last week and before that." In my head, I'm like, why is she pretending she doesn't know her? Like, that's literally Layla. Like, we know Layla. So then that mean girl is like, "Yeah, I know. Like, she just interrupts her. She's like, "Yeah, I know. But like, how do you know us?" And like is gesturing towards all of us and gives her the most disgusted look. I was mortified and disgusted. Of course I called it out. I said, "What the heck is wrong with you?" And literally my friend as well called her out and was like, "That was really gross." And literally after that, I just never looked at that person the same. It's just crazy how mean people can be here, and it's something else. Like, LA really is dark sometimes, but you have to find the genuine people. Like, the people who are literally from Los Angeles are amazing. There's amazing culture here and diversity, and it's not a fair representation. It's not fair to represent all of Los Angeles by all these people who like move from their small hometowns and infiltrate LA in the hopes of like fame or success. I don't know, I just find it so funny and interesting, and I'm just so happy I found a genuine great group of people in my life now. During that time, I didn't realize how mean these people were. I'm definitely a person that likes to give people a chance, and I like to judge them for myself. And that honestly has been my downfall in a lot of friendships, because a lot of people will warn me about people and be like, "Oh, they're not really a great person," and whatever. But I like to see the good in everyone, and it's just not a good trait of mine. I'm just so thankful for who's in my life right now, because everyone is just so drama-free, and they're just not mean girls. Also, whenever I go to events, I always noticed it's always the micro influencers that are the meanest. It's never the big creators. It's never people who are established. It's always the micro creators. And I'm like, why? These people literally think they're Kylie Jenner. It's so crazy. And why I think it is because the bigger influencers have nothing to prove. And I feel like all these smaller creators feel like they need to make a name out of themselves, or they're like the biggest fish in their pond, and it kind of comes out in a nasty way. But I don't know, that's just my 2 cents about influencer culture in LA. So I really could tell a tell-all. Let me know if you guys like this story time, because I have quite the plethora of stories for you guys.